Well, wait. I was gonna say, what episode is this? Because, like, did we say it was episode 2 in the last one, but we didn't actually publish it?
It's fine. We don't have to say numbers. We can just say, welcome to another episode. Okay. No one says, welcome to episode 362.
Some people do.
That's fucked up.
Welcome to another episode of Gold Can't Stay, an episode about long-distance sisters.
Celebrating long-distance holidays like...
Valentine's Day? I was going to say, is Valentine's Day a long-distance holiday?
I mean, I guess it is if your partners are in America.
That means any holiday could be long-distance if you really think about it.
But this one, today, is Valentine's Day.
My name's Kasey Golden.
I'm Allyson Golden.
And today we're going to be talking about Valentine's Day in Japan, kind of. At least like what we did. Not necessarily, I mean, we'll talk about Valentine's Day in Japan, but we're not necessarily like, here's the history of Valentine's Day in Japan.
Well, maybe I'll drop some history bombs.
We're gonna some
I'm
history
always full
bombs.
with some dumb facts.
Ooh, that reminds me. I forgot to get my Gaijin goof.
Wow, you don't have a goof?
Did you have a goof already?
Oh, hell yeah, I've got a goof. Look, my sleeves are full of them. My sleeves might be short, but they are jam-packed with goofs.
All right, well, get your goof going, and I'll be thinking of my goof.
My goof is, we went to Seiyu, which is like the Japanese Walmart.
Literally owned by Walmart.
Yeah, it's not, I'm not saying it's like the Japanese Walmart. I'm saying it is Walmart in Japan. Anyway, we saw a Boston Terrier on the way, and I was so excited because I have a Boston Terrier at home, and I haven't seen him in a few weeks. I'm just, I'm missing him. So I saw this Boston Terrier, and I got really excited, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to pet this dog. And then the owner came out, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get really excited and try to say a bunch of stuff to this man in Japanese without actually thinking about the words that are coming out of my mouth. So I said classic things such as Boston Terrier of house.
No.
Yeah. I said...
oh my.
I said... Ie no Boston Terrier. Like, what does that even mean?
Wow.
I was just too excited. Have not been practicing the language as much as I should be. And by as much, I mean, like, basically at all. So I just, I was trying to tell him I had a Boston Terrier at home, but I could have said, like, America Day, Watashi wa America Day, Boston Terrier imasu.
Or, like, my dog is a Boston Terrier.
Yeah, or just, like, Watashi wa, I have a Boston Terrier.
I'm sorry, but...
I don't really remember how he reacted. I think he laughed at.
I remember him just like looking at you like. I was like, okay, he's just trying to process it. Like this foreigner's trying to talk to him. I wasn't really listening to like what you were saying as much as I was just like, just like hanging out.
Yeah. The dog was really sweet though. I did ask, shashino torimasu ka, which is not really a great way to say, can I take a picture? But I did take a picture. When I took my camera out, the dog freaking posed. He was just like...
struck a pose. Yeah.
It was really sweet. Got lots of kisses. It was really good. It was a Gaijin goof with a good ending. Got some dog kisses. Made that guy probably really uncomfortable. It was probably more of an uncomfortable laugh than a... I did love seeing that cute dog. Ray.
Oh, Ray, yeah. Pretty cute. As far as dog go, I guess. I'm not really a dog person. What can I say? I'm a cat person. Shout out to all the cat people out there. We saw a cat on day 2.
We saw that same cat a couple days later.
Yeah.
Haven't seen him since.
Our neighborhood cat. I want to buy some treats.
I think maybe we haven't seen him because you said you were going to buy treats and you haven't. So the cat's just like, you know what? I'm not going to bother until we get some treats.
I haven't seen him because I haven't been leaving the house.
That's what you keep saying.
Got him.
But you have been on a walk like every other day.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, but I haven't been going in the way that we've seen the cat. So my Gaijin goof is that I haven't bought treats for the neighborhood cat.
A real goof.
I want to be honest, I can't think of a goof. I mean, I guess my goof is just that I haven't been studying. That's a real big goof.
That's not a goof, that's an oof.
I've had a lot of interactions in the past few days where, like, I need to, like, communicate things and, like, talk to people, and it's just not working out because I haven't studied the language in almost 10 years, so it's like, it's rough out there.
It's tough.
It's rough. So my Gaijin goof in general is just that I'm lazy and I'm not studying. What an idiot.
Well, don't talk about yourself like that. You're not lazy. You're just prioritizing other things.
You're right.
You're not making that a priority.
I made a video in one day related to today's topic.
You made it yesterday, right?
I did.
On
I
Valentine's
recorded
Day.
it. I was hoping to have it up in time, but it didn't make it because we had some Valentine's Day plans, and
It's a good day.
It was my fault for recording a video on a day that we had plans, also very last minute. Also, I bought things related to Valentine's Day that I could have got for sale later.
We didn't think about that.
Another Gaijin goof.
Well, you were really just thinking about trying to get it out for the holiday.
I was.
And in your defense...
Yeah, let's hear it.
We went out for breakfast, right, yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Oh, should we...
go... Well, this is a good segue, I think.
So we're getting into it?
Breakfast. We're going to breakfast.
So what we did on Valentine's Day was we, treated ourselves. We, took ourselves out on a date together. Because we're both in relationships in America/Canada. So we're
sad.
And we're not single, but we're we don't have our husband and boyfriend.
Mm-hmm. Our partners are not here.
Yeah. So
so
carry on.
Yeah,
we breakfast.
We wanted to get the new traditional Japanese breakfast, which is a thick slice of toast.
We're talking an inch and a half.
That was probably a 4-slicer. If you see it at the grocery store, they'll have little half loaves, but instead of just being sizes, it'll be this. They're all the same, like a half loaf, but they're this one's only 4 slices of bread, and it goes up to 6, which is pretty close to what you see in America, but still
you
thicker.
never see bread as thin in America unless it's the actual pre-made sandwiches, at a konbini or something. If you get sliced bread in Japan, it's going to be an inch thick.
It's thick,
but you know what?
Boys.
I don't buy a lot of bread, so it's kind of if you're going to have bread, treat yourself and get that thick boy.
Get that thick boy.
And they even call it thick toast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got thick toast, a little side salad with a vinaigrette.
Which is very common for Japanese breakfast, which I love, and I wish America would do that.
I'll eat a salad any time of day. You put a salad in front of me, gone. Didn't stand a chance.
An egg?
An egg. I take my eggs fried.
I like them scrambled.
Different
Shout out to my scrambles out there.
Shout out to all those. Those were sunny side up eggs, actually.
Oh.
I usually do mine over medium just because I don't care to put the effort in. Anyway, then I also had a piece of sausage and a piece of bacon, and it came with soup, but we didn't get the soup because I think the soup of the day was corn.
It was. It's just Japan loves corn, and I
corn soup.
I like corn, but there's a point where there's too much corn, I think.
But when was the last time you had a corn here?
On a salad. They put corn on
there?
Yes.
On the one that
a konbini salad.
Well, okay, but that was from several days ago. Corn on pizza, corn on salad, corn and ramen.
I mean, does your corn snacks count? Those are potato. Dang it. Okay.
No, they don't count.
Well, here's the thing. I'm trying to avoid corn because I know inevitably I will be eating a lot of corn things in Japan because they love their corn.
You're going to be confronted with
corn. In fact, this might be why... this could be my Gaijin goof. This was back when I studied abroad in Japan in 2011. My first meal in Japan was at Kappa Sushi. And if you don't know what Kappa Sushi is, it's one of those conveyor belt sushi restaurants where you sit down and there's a conveyor belt going around the restaurant and there's plates of sushi that go on an adventure around the restaurant and you just grab them and you eat them. So my first meal, my friends were like, hey, let's go get sushi. It's a 15-minute walk. Everything's going okay. At this point in my life, I didn't really eat a lot of sushi. So even by American standard sushi, I wasn't really familiar with, seaweed. I love seaweed now, but back then, I wasn't super into it. So I had a few things, but the one item that really stuck out to me was... I don't remember the style of sushi it's called, but it's the one where the seaweed stands up and it's filled with something with I don't even know if there's rice at the bottom. There has to be. It was corn and mayonnaise sushi.
Okay, so when you're saying corn and mayonnaise, what's the ratio?
Well, enough to where it's when you make a tuna salad where it holds it together. Yeah. So it's enough mayonnaise to where it just, and Japanese mayonnaise is a lot different than say Western mayonnaise.
That's what they say.
But do you really want a mouthful of corn and mayonnaise seaweed? No. Yeah.
Did you eat that?
So, I'm in Japan, and everyone's like, you usually just put it in one go, which, like, you're really just supposed to put the sushi in your mouth in one go. And this is like a tall boy. It's a tall boy.
Yeah.
I shoved this thing of corn and mayonnaise in my mouth. I'm repulsed. I don't know who even recommended it to me, but I shoved it in my mouth. I don't even know if I was able to swallow it or if I had to, like, spit it out. Because I definitely remember holding it in my mouth for far too long than I would like to.
That struggle.
And I just don't know if I actually swallowed it or not. So it was rough. So that was my first night in Japan ever in my life.
Corn trauma.
Maybe I'm just scarred from corn. I mean, I do love corn. I eat corn at home, but I don't have corn soup for breakfast. Corn flakes are another thing.
I could do a corn soup, but at that point I'd already gone up and gotten a cup of coffee, and I was like, it's a lot of food.
A big fat piece of toast and a salad and wiener.
2 meats, 2 eggs.
Eggs.
That's almost like a 2x2x2 at the old IHOP.
Yeah, the old shout out to IHOP. Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Is it okay?
Anyway, back to breakfast, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's happening.
Oh, we're kicking things again.
My foot.
So we had our breakfast.
Oh, but I wanted to bring up breakfast just to kind of give an idea about how time works in Japan. Everything opens a lot later than it does in America. So we thought breakfast. Oh, this is a family restaurant, kind of like a Shoney's or something. They're serving breakfast, so surely they've been open since like at least 7.
It's called gasuto, in case you were wondering. Gasuto. They're everywhere.
It's a big chain, but so we just get up, we're out the door probably around 8:30. We get there, I look at the door and it says they open at 8:45.
It's like
I look at my phone, it's 8:47. Yeah,
I was
like they've been open for literally like 3 minutes maybe.
But we were not the first ones there.
No, we were the second people there, the second group there. But by the time we were like eating, there were 2 other people that had joined us. So like the breakfast place didn't open until 8:45. When you decided you wanted to buy stuff to make your Deco choco, those places weren't opening until 10. So, stuff just doesn't really happen until later. It's weird. So it did push our itinerary back a little bit when you decided that you wanted to make a video.
It's a little rough because I don't like to sleep in. And especially since we've moved to Japan, we've been going to bed around 10 o'clock-ish. And even then, last night, I went to bed at just past midnight, and I still woke up at 7. So it's like I wake up at 6 or 7. If I want to go out and do something, I have to wait until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Which is like, I guess it's fine. Like, you have 3 hours to get ready and then maybe work on some stuff and study Japanese. Maybe I should be studying Japanese. I mean, I was, but yeah, it's weird. A lot of stuff in America is 24/7. We're like
restaurants. Gyms. Like in America, the bouldering gym I belong to open at 6 a.m. And I was researching gyms here, and the earliest one opened at noon. And I was like, noon? I'm like, I should be eating lunch. Like, I'm already moved on from. I like to work out first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's weird to recalibrate in that way and try to fit. I don't know, while still waking up early, because I'm also like a morning person. I don't like waking up late. I don't like staying up late.
Yeah.
I like being up when the sun is up. So.
And I like to get showered. Like if I want to do something like yoga, I want to like shower immediately after. I don't want to have to be dirty and feel gross for 3 hours until I do the activity. So. Oh well. I mean, what can you do?
Yeah.
So back to Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
so
we had breakfast.
We had breakfast, and then it was coffee.
Yeah.
It was a chain restaurant coffee. Yeah. Which was fine too. That was also a chain donut place. We had coffee. Dough tour.
I felt really good about ordering my coffee though there because it was super easy. Buraku kohi, M size.
You got an S size though.
Yeah, but they gave me an S size. Take out.
But she definitely
said
did not
something
use
else.
those words. Which is,
and that was on me because I was just gesturing instead of saying takeout. I was like, kohi. Gotta go.
Yeah. So on Valentine's Day, I wanted to do a video where I draw chocolate, so I went and got some Valentine's Day Deco choco. So
all right, so that kind of like goes.
Yeah, we can go into. So in Japan, Valentine's Day, what, you wrote that it was, and what's your history about Valentine's Day?
Nothing really. It's like they've been celebrating, that Valentine's Day is like newer here than it is in America.
Yeah.
I guess it started in like the 1950s, really just like stores were marketing chocolate to women. They were like, women, buy nice chocolate for the men in your life.
Yeah. And
they did.
Yeah, so a huge thing in Japan is to decorate chocolate for someone you love, or even like your friends or family. So you get these little kits, or you just get like chocolate pens and like sprinkles and just like molds and cute things to make chocolate for somebody. So I kind of just like grabbed a few things just to make a video. You'll see that if you watch me on my YouTube channel. But that was my day, really. It was painting with chocolate, which was interesting.
And I was making a digital Valentine since I didn't plan enough in advance to actually send something physically to my partner in Tennessee. But so it's a pretty productive chunk. Like I don't think either of us were really paying attention to the time. So all of a sudden it was like,
yeah, we had
the Studio Ghibli Museum was our big Valentine's Day date thing.
Yeah.
And it takes about 1 hour to get there. And we were going to give ourselves like an extra 15 minutes for, goofs.
Yeah.
And then we also needed to print out our tickets.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden it was like 2:30. We're like, we got to get ready to go.
So the first problem we ran into was though printing our ticket, which I didn't think was going to be a big deal.
Let's talk about buying tickets for the Studio Ghibli Museum. For those of you out there who might be interested in visiting it when you come to Tokyo, it's in Kichijoji, which is off the Chuo line, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it's off the Chuo JR line and the Kichijoji exit. And buying.
Well, please tell me.
You're gonna want to take off. You want to get off the south exit of the train, and you're gonna hang a right and honestly just stay on that main road. You'll take a left onto the main road.
Right.
So go through the park, and then you're there.
So you're gonna pass.
This is a joke. We don't actually need. This bit's gone out of control. Buying tickets for this, you don't have to be in Japan to buy the tickets. You can buy them online through the Lawson website. Lawson is another one of the three major konbinis. You have Family Mart, 7-Eleven, Lawson. Lawson does ticket sales for amusement parks, theaters, and some museums. So you'll go on their website. You can buy one online. The way you buy the tickets is a little different. You can't just like buy one. They go on sale for the 10th of the previous month. This is hard for me to explain because time is like when things do start to do this, the crossover, it's like I get a little
when you enter a different timeline.
Yeah, when it's not linear
time travel. Yeah, it's just really confusing because
we wanted to go on February 14th. So ticket sales for February went on sale. Sorry, tickets for February went on sale January 10th. So you have to buy it the month before, but they don't. But it starts selling on the 10th.
I'm not really that concerned about explaining this, so I'm not really sure why you're putting that much effort.
If people are listening,
hey, Google is your friend.
Google is your friend. If people are listening to like learn about some stuff, or they like, I think it's helpful to just be like, hey, if you want to come here, here's how you buy a ticket.
But if I'm having
a hard time explaining it, maybe I just
You'll figure it out.
But you'll figure it out. So if you want to go in, say, June, May 10th is when the tickets start to go on sale.
Okay.
So you bought our tickets.
I did. I bought the tickets. It was easy, and they send you a thing. They're like, download the PDF. And I was like, okay, here's a QR code. It said to print it, but I was like, technology, right? You don't need to print things. Also, I was busy before Japan, so I guess I just, a little oversight on my part. So yeah, comes time for us to leave. We don't have our physical tickets, so we're like, okay, we'll leave a little bit early. We can find, like, a print shop of some sort. Google isn't, we said Google's your friend, but, like, honestly, looking for the times, like, hours that things are open, or even just, like, finding places in Japan is really hard. It doesn't seem like they want to put that information out there for whatever reason. I'm not really sure what is up with that.
For such a technologically advanced place, a lot of businesses are not highly connected on the internet for whatever reason.
It really kind of blows my mind.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
a lot
understand.
of places don't have websites. They're not listed with Google.
No hours.
And then, like, with our tickets, we were like, you're like, oh, they'll probably just be able to scan the QR code. And I was like, I honestly, knowing Japan, don't want to risk not having, like, the old school piece of paper.
Which is so weird because whatever.
No,
it's just,
QR codes were invented in Japan.
But we can't do it on our phones?
Yeah, I think we probably could have. But I just,
it also said to print it out, which is just like, who has a printer at home? Like, you really gonna make people go somewhere to print a thing that you could easily just scan on your phone? That just seems so weird to me, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Luckily, we just ran into a 7-Eleven on the way.
So 7-Eleven had a little print service. You could, like, plug in your USB. They also had a DVD slot. When was the last time you put files on a DVD?
Yeah, it's weird.
When was the last time you touched a DVD? When was the last time you thought about DVDs?
What's a DVD?
Or CDs? Like,
I'm just kidding. I saw a DVD rental place here. It's really weird. They love them.
I mean...
Anyway.
I don't know.
It was really easy to use the print machine, even though...
They had an English button.
You just pop your USB in there. It costs like 10 cents a copy, so...
Printing issues aside, we made it to the museum right on time. Like, right at 4 o'clock, and... we went to the Ghibli Museum. So they give you a little film. Your ticket is like a slice of film. What?
Wait, that's your ticket to get in the museum is a slice of film, or your ticket to see the short film?
They do clip it.
No, I know, but I'm saying... Oh, to validate it?
Yeah. So your ticket in the Studio Ghibli Museum is a piece of film from one of the films. It's kind of like a souvenir, but also you can see a short original Ghibli movie, and they stamp it so that you can't see it more than once. So you get this like souvenir ticket that's a piece of film, and we were very confused as to what ours were. And we can insert pictures, I guess, for the video. More work for Allison, sorry. So we got our tickets. We could not for the life of us figure out which movies they were from, because there were scenes that didn't have characters in it, and the backgrounds were like generic,
dark. I thought mine was the pile of puke from when Haku eats the medicine ball in Spirited Away. That was not the case, because there's a lot.
No.
When you think about it, there's a lot of black gloop, a lot of black goop in Ghibli films.
Yeah.
Like Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Howl's Moving Castle. Like what
they
doesn't
like
have
black goop. And then also mine was a balcony of some sort with this weird gray object just like hanging out, and what I thought was like a statue of someone in the background, but it turns out it was a bush. So we couldn't figure out what it was. But then the very next day, today, as of recording, I looked at them and I was like, oh, it's these things.
And then they were.
And they were. I looked up the exact parts of the movie, and that's what they were. So I have Ponyo, the scene where they're yelling at the dad with the, what is it, Morse code lighting thing. It's just the scene with the balcony and the little light mechanism, and literally right when Sosuke walks off screen. That's my screenshot. Very boring. Kind of hate it, but that's fine. And then Allison's scene,
just a pile of puke, but apparently the puke is from Earthsea, which I have not seen.
Tales of Earthsea, which, in my opinion, the worst Ghibli movie. Well, yeah, he has some growth to do. It's the scene where the, like, wizard guy is, like, a pile of goop on the castle or whatever, and he's, like, carrying the girl, and it's just, like, a pile of goop. Beautiful. Cool. Beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah. So
Iconic scene.
Those were our souvenir tickets. Kind of sad, but the last time we went in about 2012, we got characters in our tickets, so at least we have those, I suppose.
I feel like mine was Ponyo last time.
Really?
But honestly, I don't remember.
I don't remember what mine was either, like, at all.
Yeah, the exhibit, there's like a main exhibit downstairs that never changes, kind of like the history of animation as told through Ghibli characters.
Super cute.
I cry every time. I cried 2 or 3 times during this visit, but I cry all the time. So
yeah, including the original short
film, which we won't spoil. No spoilers.
I guess we can't talk about it.
You gotta go see it if you want to see it.
Wow. I will say, though, the one we saw in 2012 was the Baby Cat Bus film, which I definitely cried over.
Yeah, that one made me cry, too.
This one, I just, didn't do it for me. It just kind of felt generic and didn't have that same Ghibli charm.
I'll cry at anything.
Allison will cry at anything. I guess I'm a little more dead inside. What can I say?
Anyway, the second floor is kind of like a recreation of the studio space.
Okay,
Or
yeah.
Miyazaki's office. It's pretty cool. And then the third floor is a rotating exhibit, which I guess I won't talk about because it rotates. Don't want to spoil it. Maybe the information's on their website. I don't know.
I'll say
all right.
It sucked. It was not a good exhibit this time around, but you know what? I still enjoyed it. It's just really nice, especially the Miyazaki's office where everyone works with all the sketches and the what is it?
They have stuff that you can actually flip through.
Yeah.
Like the storyboards
Animations, storyboards.
They have original cells hanging up along with like some reproductions, and then it's just really cool to see all of the thought that goes into making a movie. They had some mood books.
Yeah, references.
So like the kind of like, you put together a bunch of collages of things that you want your movie to feel like, or like you want a project to evoke that kind of vibe. And that was really cool. It was really inspiring.
Yeah, it's nice. You bought a no-face enamel pen.
Yeah.
Cute.
I bought a beer. I get
beer?
a Ghibli beer every time I go, although it really hurt my tummy this time because I'm
your
old
tummy.
and I can't do beer.
Aww. I got the Ghibli enamel pen crest, like their Ghibli
logo.
crest. I got the sticker, and then I got the watercolor set because I like watercolor, and I've been wanting to... Well, to be honest, I thought it was going to be more like Ghibli-oriented watercolor set, but I think it's just like a whole vein, like, here's this brand of watercolors. Here it is.
Was the box at least decorated like Ghibli?
I'm not sure about the box because I don't remember, but
sketchbook?
it does come... No, the sketchbook's plain too. But the bag, it does come in like a really cute drawstring bag that's like, has their characters...
Mama Otto.
No, it has that weird cat thing on it. That weird, which is
I
cute.
love that weird cat
So,
thing.
I'm excited to look into that a little bit more. Haven't had time yet. But those are souvenirs. Lots of cute stuff. I mean, if you like plushies and shirts and mugs
Socks
and literally
and-
everything,
yeah.
washi tape,
Jewelry.
hashi.
Puzzles.
Yeah. Lots
So-
of stuff.
Tell us about our original dinner plans for yesterday.
Okay, so Valentine's Day, like we said, it's kind of like a thing in Japan. There's this chain restaurant. Don't know what it's called. Can't remember.
Korakuen.
Every year, this restaurant offers a chocolate ramen where they infuse chocolate. In the past, it's always been milk chocolate. This year, they introduced white chocolate. So,
Yeah,
we're
so
like,
the broth isn't just chocolate. It's like a chocolate-based broth, but they also throw a chocolate bar on top, along with the the fish cake and the seaweed
The
and
bamboo.
the bamboo and the enoki or whatever.
So you think like, ew, but I guess it's got that sweet and salty sort of thing going on.
Yeah, I could see how it would add to like the mouthfeel to a more richer flavor, I guess. And also, it's just like you're in Japan, you want to eat weird stuff.
Yeah, and we looked up reviews. People liked it. They said it wasn't like super sweet, it wasn't super chocolatey. It added like a nice something to it. So that was our original plan, was to go get the chocolate ramen.
And when we first talked about doing this, I was stoked on it.
Me too.
Like when I first found out about it, I was like, holy shit, yes, we have to do this. And oh my God, how perfect Valentine's Day chocolate ramen. And then I just thought about it all day yesterday. And the more I thought about it, the more my stomach was like, just really, this sounds actually like something I really don't want right now.
And then I spent the entire day of Valentine's Day painting with chocolate. So I was just smelling chocolate all day. And I was kind of like cleaning not the brush, but I was cleaning like my tools off by using my mouth to like get it off. We don't have any paper towels. We need to buy paper towels.
Is
So
that
I
a
was
thing
like,
in Japan?
paper towels?
Yeah.
Surely. I don't see why not.
Tune in next time. We'll let you know.
paper towel update.
Do they exist?
We'll find out. So yeah, I was like, I didn't eat a lot of chocolate, but I was like, like nibbling on it and like smelling it. And I was just like,
Too much.
chocolate ramen? No, thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not in the mood anymore, which is kind of sad. Like, we wanted to do it, but we just weren't in it. And from experience, I'm just like, if you're not feeling something, just don't do it because you're probably not going, you're probably not going to enjoy it. You should trust your gut. So, and plus it was like a 45-minute walk away.
Yeah, and the promotion's going until mid-March.
Right.
So, like, there's still time for us to do something dumb, like eat chocolate-based ramen.
If we're just really feeling it one day, we can go get ourselves some chocolate ramen.
But, yeah. I'd had that one Ghibli beer. I was like, you know what? Just had an inspiring time at this Ghibli beer. Whatever. Just had an inspiring time.
Wait,
I said Ghibli.
Oh, okay. Some people say Ghibli.
I usually say Ghibli, but whatever.
Why? Wait, why are you trying to say Ghibli now? Because I say it, or?
I feel like that's how you're supposed to.
Well,
and it's
in
also
Japanese,
written in kanji. Yeah,
it's
not
G.
kanji. Katakana is Ghibli.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, I had that beer, feeling frisky. I was like, maybe have another beer. You know what? Tonight's the night.
Let's go to
an izakaya.
Which you've been talking about for nights at this point. If you don't know what an izakaya is, it's basically just like, I want to say it's like a tapas bar in Japan. So it's like a place where you go to drink, but you eat a lot of like, normally
small
unhealthy.
plates.
Yeah, it's like small plates. Normally they're like fried foods or just like things to nibble on. Which I love.
Stuff that goes well with, like, drinking.
Yes, exactly. So we wanted to go to an izakaya, just, like, have a few drinks, maybe talk to whoever's working. Who knows? Sometimes you run into people who can speak English, and it's fun. So we were, like, in a very touristy area, where at least we were near, like, a big station.
Yeah, Kichijoji Station is pretty big.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I get weird vibes from, like, touristy areas just because like I know that they're like trying to get tourists in, but then it's like, are they gonna rip us off, or like is it actually bad? I don't know. I get weird vibes. Plus it's just more fun to like not do the tourist
Get
thing.
off the beaten path a little bit.
Just like go a couple of blocks away from the main station into like a more residential area and you'll find where like the locals go, which is what we did. We went literally a block down.
One thing I feel like I have to note about izakayas, well, a couple of things, just like an overview. They have happy hours where it's like all you can drink for 1 to 2 hours. It's really cheaply priced. They have cheap drink deals. Like I think we walked by a couple that was like $2 for a highball, which the Chuhai highballs, we talked about those in the previous episodes. They have just crazy deals. And they also don't usually have English menus. I don't think that I've seen one yet that has an English menu. Yeah. And we did have that one time in Osaka where we just kind of like walked into one and we sat down and we were like, oh, I can't read any of this. And we were tired, maybe didn't feel like dealing with it.
And we were feeling a lot more adventurous this time.
Yeah, yesterday,
but
for sure.
last time we went to Japan, it was literally like either the night, I think it was like our first night. Maybe. So it was kind of like, and like during that trip we were like go, and we were very tired at the end of every night. So yeah, don't expect there to be English menus because
which we don't.
Yeah,
but we don't. Yeah,
but sometimes you're in the mood to not have to decipher things. But tonight we were feeling adventurous and we wanted to go into somewhere that wasn't touristy, maybe somewhere a little different. So we just, like I said, walked 1 block away from the train station and we saw this place called
Funky.
It was called Funky, and I think it had like the name of the city and then 3 because I think this was like their 3rd store of the chain. That's my guess. So it was like Funky.
Couldn't read the kanji, so I couldn't tell you.
Funky was the name, and then the city, and then 3 because it was the 3rd one, I think. It looked really cute. They had cute decorations. It looked clean.
Prices looked good. I mean, all these places are going to have their menus posted outside. So, like, we looked at the menus, like, read what katakana we could, like, saw some intriguing highballs, and we just went for it.
We were like, we're not going to be able to read anything else. Let's just go for this one. It's pretty cute. So we went in. They were very, inviteful, as people are. Told us to sit down, and then they were like, can you read Japanese?
And we were like, sure can't.
We're like, a little bit. Just a little bit. But I honestly, like, we're not picky eaters.
I'll eat anything.
It was so sad. They seemed to be very concerned about what we were ordering, even though I feel like I could probably eat anything in Japan. Yeah. The only thing, like, my biggest one food I don't like is red bell peppers or like green, like bell peppers in general. I don't like the taste of bell peppers, which aren't really a thing in Japan. I've seen them in a couple of salads, but it's not like I'm going to order like a plate of bell peppers. Yeah. I think I can eat really anything else in Japan.
Yeah, peppers in general don't really seem to be a big thing in Japan.
Yeah, they don't really like spicy stuff. So we were just like, well, we ordered some drinks.
Man. Yeah, we ordered 2 drinks right off the bat.
Yeah. And then we were like, let's order some.
Well, our waiter was trying to explain stuff to us even before that. He was like he kept saying skimono, which is
the pickles.
Yeah, he kept saying skimono and something else, and I was like, well, I know that that's pickles, but I don't know what else he's trying to say. And like, I guess he was trying to get us to like choose between 2 things, but we didn't really know what was going on. And then there was a woman sitting perpendicular to us, so like we were sitting at a bar, and then the bar kind of turned into an L shape that curved around even. So like she was perpendicular to us, and she was like, he's trying to ask if you want Japanese pickles, or I don't remember what the other option was, but I was like, I love pickles, it's fine, we'll just get pickles. But like, this woman overheard the struggle and was like, I'll come in and help you. And like, yeah, so we got some pickles. Yeah, very good. Like pickled cabbage, pickled radish, topped with dashi. Dashi and some sesame.
Very
really
good. Oh, yes, the sesame. I love sesame. Mm-hmm. So, a good start. I mean, like, it was very rough, and I felt such an inconvenience. And I felt so
Not
bad.
Because they were making us feel like we were inconveniencing them, but you could tell that they were trying really hard to,
and they
like,
were kind of
provide
stressed.
Good customer service, and it was probably overwhelming for them to be like... Even though they did a great job of, like, not expressing that, it's still... you could tell they were worried about us having, like, a good time. Yeah. They were trying to just show us a good time. But I just feel
like such a turd for coming into a country and not speaking the language and then making everyone else work really hard to try to, like, accommodate me. Which, I don't know.
I don't feel like we made them work much harder. Yeah. They were just going out of their way to make sure that we were okay. Like, the guy working the grill cook kept, like... he was sitting, like, right next to us. We were seated right next to the grill. So he, I think, could just see us looking at the menu, talking about stuff. And, like, we're both... Well, I'm super expressive. You're pretty expressive, too. But, like, I'm sure he was just like, what's going on? And he, like...
They look confused.
Yeah, he, like, asked us about one dish we had ordered. And I was, like, trying to explain... Daijoubu desu. Like, we're fine. Like, and I tried to say that I'll eat anything. Like...
And I still don't really know what he was asking, because what it was, there's a lot of things wrapped in bacon at this place. So what we did when we ordered, we were just like, I can't read any of this. Let's just get this and this and this and this. And they were probably like, they don't know what they're ordering. Yeah. But at the same time, like I said, I like most Japanese food. So I wasn't worried about that. I wanted to try new things. So the thing he was asking about was like, what, leek wrapped in bacon, which is like... It's a vegetable wrapped in bacon, like what can go wrong? But he kept asking about it, and we don't know why.
I think the name had cheese in it, so I think he was trying to maybe
was it the leek or was it the lotus fruit that he was asking about? Was it the leek?
I think it was the leek, because when I Googled it, it said leek cheese. It was
But there was no cheese in there, was there?
Yeah, there might have been like some cream cheese in it or something. But like, yeah, if there was cheese, it was like...
Yeah.
A tertiary ingredient. The first 2 ingredients were definitely leek and bacon, but... I don't know. I just I felt kind of bad.
Yeah, I don't know why. He was very concerned about that, and then we loved it. Mm-hmm. I mean, it tasted good.
Yeah.
We had lots of stuff wrapped in bacon.
Lots of stuff wrapped in bacon. Which
was not my intention, but we just happened to choose those.
Yeah, that's what happened. We both had 2 Chuhai type highball drinks, and then we had 1 giant ass drink, which
was our last drink.
So the price difference between the regular drinks and this giant ass drink was like $1.50. So let's say all of our drinks were probably around $6.50.
Yeah, which is like a normal drink.
Yeah, which is honestly that's cheap for a mixed drink. Yeah. And so this other one, I don't remember even what it was called. It wasn't the standard.
No, it was
the funky highball. The funky highball. It was $8. So we're like, okay, this is just like a highball with a little extra pizzazz. And so you ordered one, and I was like, watashi mo, like I want one too. And she only ordered one, and she was like, takai.
She's like, it's very tall,
very big. And we're like, yeah, it's fine, we'll take 2. And she only ordered us 1. And honestly, she did us a huge favor, because when she brought it out, this thing was easily... It was huge. Like... it felt like it was a foot tall. It was this huge, like, tankard
very
of
heavy
mixed drink with, like, fruit in it. And honestly, I could have had a whole one by myself, but I don't think it would have been a good time.
There wasn't a lot of alcohol in these drinks. I think we definitely could have had.
Yeah, but like that's so much fruit
There was
juice.
a lot of sugar, which as a type 1 diabetic in Japan, be careful about these drinks because it seems like these drinks, these highball drinks, you think they're the same as like ones at a convenience store, but they don't seem to be having as much alcohol in them, and they seem to be having a lot more fruit juice in them. So it's just like a lot of sugar and not a lot of alcohol, which, I mean, if you're into that, that's fine, but
my blood sugar was goofed, but it wasn't as goofed as much as like it could have been. It was a high goof, but it wasn't a grave. It wasn't
Highball
a grave error.
it
wasn't a grave goof.
What do you call that?
A grave error.
A Gaijin grave goof? Oh, grave error?
It was just a grave error. One thing I want to note more about the izakayas is that smoking is still pretty big in Japan. I've passed McDonald's with smoking areas and like donut shops with smoking areas, but izakayas are just smoking.
It's a bar. I mean,
if you do have a sensitivity to smoke or just that's something you're looking out for, that's just something to be aware of. But I think even though smoking is common in Japan, I've seen a lot fewer smokers this time than the last time I was here. Like, there was only one person at this bar smoking, and I don't see nearly as many people on the street smoking as I have in the past. It's wild.
Yeah.
Which good for them.
Yeah.
Smoking's bad for you.
I think I barely smelt one person smoking, and it didn't even bother me because it was like one person. They were probably like across the room, and it was great. Love that. Love that for sure. Yeah, they have designated places on the street where there's just like
a
20
corral.
people just like huddled in this area, just like everyone's smoking.
Yeah.
It's like
kind of rough, but that's great. I mean, when you're in a city that's as crowded as Tokyo, you have to do that, or else people are gonna be burning each other left and right. It's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, I appreciate not having someone walking in front of me smoking, and then also it keeps the streets really clean because people aren't just throwing their cigarette butts on the ground and just littering the streets, which the streets are very clean compared to like American streets, honestly.
Yeah.
Great, love that. That sounded like sarcasm, it wasn't. No, I really hate when people smoke and walk around. Even vape things are kind of like, they're way less offensive. It's like, there's a weird smell suddenly.
It's kind of annoying, but whatever.
What can you do?
So
Stop smoking.
we had a good time. That was when we asked for our bill. Do you remember how you asked for a bill?
Keizai.
No, that's what I said though. Oh, when I called the waitress over, I did say Keizai, and then she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, Keikai.
Keikai.
Onegaishimasu." And we got our bill, and the bill was like cheaper than we had expected.
Super cheap. I mean, like you mentioned, the drinks were half the price as they would be in like America/Canada. Like you would get one
or
drink
even
in
a third of the price, because like some places I think $12 is on the low end, and then you can get cocktails for
in Canada it's definitely you're starting at least 11 Canadian, maybe even just 13 for one drink, but here it was like
$6 to $8.
Yeah.
So we got 4 regular sized drinks, one giant drink, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small plates, and pickles for about $50 US.
That's really good for
no
2 people
tip.
to eat. Yeah, they don't tip in Japan, so you don't have to worry about that, which is like super
when you get your
awesome.
bill, that's what you pay.
Love that.
Yeah.
Also not sarcasm.
Yeah.
Love that.
Taking that whole thing out of the equation. Yeah, then we left. They gave us a new maibo. They gave us omiyage.
Next to the exit, they had this basket of treats. Umaibo are like these corn puffed tubes that have different
it just
flavors.
literally translates to like delicious stick.
Yeah, they range from offensive flavors to like sweet ones. I've had apple pie, which is really great. I've also had like shrimp and
I had a corn one. It was great. I loved it. Loved it.
I grabbed the brown package one because I could tell that was going to be chocolate, which was just like a puff covered in chocolate, which like...
A corn puff covered in chocolate. Did you even eat all of it?
No. I took a bite of it and I was like, I mean, it's fine. I'm just not in the mood for that right now. So, very nice. Yeah, very cute. They gave us a business card that had like a cute little note on it. It was like,
thanks
you
for
so
coming.
much.
I hope you enjoyed it. Love to see you again, or something like that. Yeah.
I would love to go back, honestly,
honestly.
but I do want to like try new places. Yeah.
We have an izakaya that's like 2 blocks from our place.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be nice to kind of like maybe go there a few times and like get to know people if our language skills allow it.
Yeah, it really just depends. Because it ranges, like, some people know quite a bit of English, and they're, like, super excited and, like,
To
willing.
practice it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Or they know absolutely none.
Yeah.
And it's just, like, we're both, like, oh.
Yeah.
This morning, I went a few blocks down and bought some ground coffee from a local roaster. I don't know if it was the actual roaster, but I bought coffee, and he was, like, super excited to speak English. So he was able to help me, thankfully, because, like, I don't know how to say I want ground coffee for this and that. You know, they don't teach you that in the Genki books, I'll tell you that much. Mary-san's not buying ground coffee.
She's not.
But yeah.
Yeah, it's a solid day.
Yeah. Are there any more holidays coming up while we're here?
I mean, I guess White Day, which is it's like the kind of like call and response to Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, women buy chocolate for men. On White Day, March 14th, men buy things for women. So that'll be happening.
Usually white chocolate, too, which is why it's called
actually,
White Day.
so yeah, I noticed it's called White Day because it was actually a marshmallow company in the 70s was like, hey, I want to get in on this fake holiday bullshit. let's market a day for men to buy marshmallows for women. And then from there it moved to white chocolate and cookies.
Interesting. Great. I actually don't like...
But yeah, it's called White Day.
Marshmallows are like so whatever.
Yeah, they're whatever.
I would prefer white chocolate, though. I also don't really like white chocolate either.
Toast me a marshmallow, though. Take it up a notch.
What about a white chocolate marshmallow?
Oh, fuck. Did I just make an emergency phone call? No, I think it was just banging on the keypad.
Oh, so I did that one time when I was trying to put the case on my phone, and it gave me like a few second warning, and I was able to cancel it. So maybe you cancel it.
I don't think I did. Nothing's going on. My battery is at 69%, though.
Nice. So, that was our...
a pretty big day.
Yeah, I think it was a successful Valentine's Day for us girls. Now, us, our boys, a little sad.
I mean, it's actually still Valentine's Day right now as of this recording. In Nashville,
only
it's
for
10:30,
another 90
and a half.
minutes.
But yeah, I'm sure they had a fine day.
Well, I hope they did.
They're taking care of our other boys. Justin has Bones. Dave has Mr.
Dave
Kitty.
has Mr. Kitty. Yeah.
All the men just hanging out together.
Boys' night. And girls' night.
Boys' night. Girls 3 months.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
I'd like to have more days like that. I would like. I felt good about like pushing my boundaries a little bit last night and doing something outside my comfort zone.
And I'm looking forward to maybe studying Japanese a little better so that when we go into these places, we can actually communicate and read some basic stuff. At least it would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice. But let's be honest, probably not going to study hard enough for that to happen, especially in a short amount of time.
Yeah, there's just you have to prioritize certain vocabulary words, and like I don't need to be practicing all these grammar points.
We need to study up on Izakaya.
I know, I was thinking about that. I was
grammar.
like, I need to look up what's on these menus and then just study them and then be able to communicate.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet there's a website out there that's like Izakaya phrases, and if you're going to be going to bars in Japan, here's what you need to know.
If
grammar.
not, I just found a project that I'm not going to do.
We'll change this podcast to Izakaya grammar.
Drunk in Japan.
Drunk in Japan. I'm sure that's already a thing,
Surely.
unfortunately, for somebody. I ain't trying to be drunk in Japan. I'm just trying to, have a drink in Japan. And eat some bacon-wrapped leeks.
Whatever. Wrap anything in bacon, I'll eat it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah?
I just, look.
Uh-oh.
This is kind of trash, but we were given a plate with nothing but cream cheese and nori on it.
Oh, no.
And I
forgot about
loved
that
it.
one.
I loved it. Just wrapping a chunk of cream cheese in seaweed, and it was delightful. And I think that's going to be a snack I'll probably be eating at home when I get back.
That's definitely, like I said last time, I was like, this is definitely one of those things where, like, you paid way too much for it because it was in a restaurant. It's literally just sliced up cream cheese with pieces of nori next to it, which you can easily buy, which, like, good for you. You can make it at home since you like it so much. I wasn't that impressed with it because it was literally just cream cheese and nori. It was a fine combination, but I don't know. It just wasn't really doing it for me.
The texture combo, the flavors.
I wonder if it just reminded me too much of, like, Americanized sushi because they put cream cheese in, like, everything, which they do not do in Japan. It's pretty much just rice, your ingredient, like egg or fish or whatever, and then maybe seaweed, not necessarily every time.
And corn.
And corn and mayonnaise.
You're gonna put corn on everything.
If you've really got a hankering for corn. But so that was seriously your number one favorite thing that we ate, was the cream cheese wrapped.
Well, I think that was just like, because it's nothing I've really had before. I've had asparagus wrapped bacon. I've had other vegetables wrapped in bacon. Well, the lotus root thing was really good.
That was really good. Have you had lotus root before?
I don't think I have.
No, you should try it. They sell it in the store, like, pre-made or something. It's tempura.
I've seen it as
in oden.
Yeah, in parts of bento. It was really good. Yeah. The umaibo was my favorite part.
Are you serious?
No.
I did really like the salad. It was like a daikon salmon. Was it miso?
Miso, yeah. Because she was like, "Do y'all like miso?" And I was like, "Duh."
That one was good, but I think the daikon, or not the daikon, the lotus root was definitely. It was really good. The lotus root. It's this weird root thing with holes in it, which is very odd looking. But it was good.
It's delightful.
Izakayas, would recommend.
Would recommend. Do it. Just go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
There's a street just down the road from us that has, like, a bunch of izakayas, so we're definitely going to have to go explore those as well.
For sure. And then I'm sure we'll have stories about them.
Yeah. Every week. What's our izakaya?
Oh.
I guess we could... Yeah, that could be a segment. Our izakaya adventure.
And then our podcast will be nothing but segments.
I'm pretty sure that's every podcast ever.
But, like, yeah, I guess. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, what is a podcast but a bunch of segments?
Yeah, I think that's right. Well,
I guess that's it.
All right. That was our Valentine's Day adventure.
Yeah, I hope y'all had a good Valentine's Day.
Do you have an osusume for this episode?
Just okai ke onegai shimasu, which is what you say when I would like my check, please, which isn't something that's going to happen a lot in Japan because a lot of places you just push a button at your table.
Right, that's something else we
Yeah, so it's just something about the izakaya. But yeah, that was helpful to know. Okai ke or okai kai.
Oh no.
Did you fart?
No.
What does that smell?
I don't know.
Is that a trash can?
I haven't brushed my teeth today. Could be.
No, I just got a whiff of, like,
wow, she's trying to call me out in the middle of this podcast, asking me if I farted.
Cut it out.
No, that's fine. We can keep it in.
Got a whiff of something weird.
I was gonna mention until you asked if I farted, that the whole restaurant and, like, no tipping thing is really nice in Japan because people aren't having to work for their tips and they're not having to constantly babysit you or do things for you. So there are buttons at a lot of restaurants where if you need help or you need someone to come, you just press a little button and they'll come service you. And then after you order all your food and you're done, they give you your bill and they just, like, put it on the table. So whenever you're ready to go, you just get your bill and go over and pay. And you're not waiting around for someone to come by and give you your bill for, like, 5 minutes. Or even water. A lot of water and drinks are self-served. So you have your cup and you just, like, get up to the station and refill it, which is really nice.
If there's not a button, all you have to do is say sumimasen, and they'll come for you.
Or just,
they'll come for you.
If you just stare at them, they'll be like, oh, these Gaijin are they need something because they can't stop looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So happy Valentine's Day. Or late Valentine's,
Go get that half-off chocolate. I think I might after this.
Yeah?
Maybe.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
No.
Okay.
Just the cheap one.
Okay. Just the cheap chocolate?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Valentine's Day adventures in Japan. I enjoyed them.
I enjoy them.
And what was... Oh, no. The ending. What's the ending? We can't stay. Nothing gold stays.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I'm going to sit here until you figure it out. I hope you learn your lesson.
No! Where's that fade out? Can we fade out?
We
fade
can't
out,
stay.
please. But we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys.
Bye.